Hi there and welcome back, where I'm going to be continuing my Lovebites journey with the song When Destinies Align. And yes, I have been enjoying this journey very much. We started so many years ago when we first heard about them. Then when it was a long break and we didn't really catch up and follow up as much as we should have done. But hearing their songs of recent, I have just been impressed by how a band whose focus is so much on guitar solos and heavy double kick drum beats and things that sometimes I really consider synonymous with music that isn't so melodic. These guys really are throwing a lot of melody in, and they're creating songs that feel like they have structure, they have purpose, they have drama. They're really good at doing the theatrics. And talking of theatrics, this was another theatrical song. There's a lot to unpack on this, but I must say, I was really blown away by the fact that when the video started for this dramatic sounding band, they appeared to be playing the first minute or so of the music video in just what looked like some sort of cargo storage warehouse or something. It looks like this is just like how they go on tour. They get shipped around in cargo crates. Kind of almost expected someone to be like, Brian, Lovebites, they got out of their container again.
What? What's that? The girls are playing metal again? Oh, god damn it. Don't let Midori rock too hard, man. The neighbors are gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Shall I try and put them back into the crate? Right? Oh no, Brian. They've kind of escaped into another black and white dimension where they're having samurai fights.
Just let them finish, and then we'll put them back in the goddamn box. Tell Miyako though, she slices through another drum kit. It's coming out of her wages this time. God damn it, man. Every goddamn tour.
Now, from a purely structural perspective, I think it would be fair to say that this song is, as I pointed out, very much doing the Lovebite sound. We have got all the core elements you'd expect to be there. The drum beat is for the best part going double time, and the double kicks are in there. Again, produced and mixed in a way that makes them nice and distinct, so it doesn't get too blurry and too muddy. We do have the guitar mostly charging along at really the sort of tempo you'd expect for like a melodic metal song, nice and quick, but not overly thrashy, until we get to the solos, of course, which is when they go really, really fast, and the vocals going in more of a half-time, beautiful, melodic, ballad-like swoon over the top of everything, and occasionally giving that extra power that we love so much when we get into the chorus. So, yeah, all of the elements here you would expect from a Lovebites song, even the way the song is structured, start coming in instrumental, verse, chorus, solos, pretty long solos, and then final chorus. So the question is, if we've kind of heard this all before, does it make it stand out? Well, for that we have to look really at the details. Now, two of the main things that really make up a Lovebites song is the chorus and the almost inevitable solos that you get in the bridge. Now, when it comes down to the chorus, it's kind of almost easy to just say, well, writing a good chorus, we expect that from a Lovebites song. I would say this is one of their better ones. They seem to be pretty good at writing choruses as a general. I think the focus on having a very strong singer and having their songs primarily be melodic throughout means that, okay, they're the kind of band we would expect this from. I remember how disappointed I felt with Aldius when they had the song We Are, which is kind of that similar sort of anthemic, hard-rocking tone, but failed to land anything of a chorus. I mean, almost like it didn't have a chorus at all. It was just really just missing, and it was amazing how that took the entire anthemic quality and just binned it for me. When we're looking at a song like, well, like I say, most Lovebites songs, but very much in the case of When Destinies Align, we're looking at a song that nails the chorus. And although it might be easy to just, like I say, forget that and put that to one side, it should be credited. A good chorus is not always just an easy thing to get right, and they do get it right here. Now, in terms of the solo, well, the solo is kind of what we expect Lovebites, again, to get right, but again, it shouldn't be put to one side. I just like the sort of scales they use for their solos. I like the way they do them. I do like the fact that they often go in like a few bars and then they bring in a different chord pattern underneath. I've said this so many times, I have a real issue with bands who do guitar solos and just everything happening underneath is just like the chorus never stop, they just keep on replaying it. Very rarely does that work. You have to kind of recontextualize what's happening around the guitar to really give it its own space, give it its own feeling, so that you're not just sitting there thinking, when's the vocal going to come back? In the case of Lovebites, they really know how to write the solos into the song, have the rest of the song move around it, and again, we get that. It happens well. The solos, I like the sound of them. They're really entertaining. They keep you going. They add to the atmosphere, the feeling. Again, these are all things that we know from Lovebites. These are not surprises from Lovebites, but they're executed just as well as you'd want them to be here. Brilliant. I also like how they bounce between the two different members playing the solos. That adds a little bit of creativity, I'm sure, to the styles that are coming in, but as a general, they function very well together. Now, at this point, it's probably really important to talk about the overall effect and impact of this song, because it probably just sounds like I'm saying, well, yes, everything in this song sounds like it's from another Lovebites song. And in that sense, it would probably be fair to say, yes, that is true. This is certainly not a song that is going to win you over if you weren't already into them, because it is them very much doing them. Is it their best song? Is it them taking their formula and perfecting it? That's really going to come down to opinion. I still stick by the fact that I would say Glory to the World to me was the one where it just worked the best. It was that line between going totally bombastic over the top and yet also nailing the catchiness of their best songs, having the scale and also the accessibility. This song, I would say, is very effective though. I think if I was looking for, like, I just want a Lovebites song that most does what I want from Lovebites, yes, again, probably Glory to the World would be my default go-to, with certain exceptions, I suppose, of like, oh, just what mood I'm feeling on that day. But this would be a very strong contender to put in a playlist with it. This would be one of those songs where if I was putting a playlist of Lovebites songs together, yeah, this would definitely work. This would be a song that would be very effective. So it is very good at doing their formula. It is different enough in its execution, in the fact that it has a chorus that is distinct and of its own right, and it has its kind of its own little nuances here and there, that it does stand out as being a different song. So it doesn't just feel like a copy-paste job. It definitely has its own identity, but it is very much of their style. It is very much them doing them. Some comments are probably worth being given to the video, which, again, I really like the fact that it starts with them just seemingly in like a loading bay or whatever. And then transfers to this really dramatic sort of Rodriguez-style direction of like a samurai thing, very heavy contrast, lots of drama, smoke, black and white. I thought that was nicely done. Obviously, it aligns with the title, When Destinies Align. So obviously, they were trying to get the contrast between something looking very mythical and trying to go for the most generic place they could put the band without just making them literally look like they were being filmed in in an alleyway, I guess. So having them in that sort of big loading bay and then in the dramatic samurai scenes, it made it nice for the contrast. I thought the bits where they were showing the individual instrumentalists and the camera was going around them, that was cool, but then it kept on zooming in, the constant zooming in. I thought, wow, my brain's going to melt from this, like zooming in all the time. It's not like when you think about, I'm going to do a really old reference here, but you think about like old videos, like the Ready to Go video by Republica. I didn't think I was going to do that. That one has some of the most mind-blowing zooming in all the time effects ever, but that keeps very focused, so it's kind of easy just to zone into it. Whereas when you're looking at this one, because it's spinning around all the time, it kind of makes you feel a bit sick. So I felt the director could have probably chilled out a little bit on the spinning and zooming, as like pick one for a bit. However, yeah, as general, the video looked good, it had a nice style, and I thought it was kind of fun to see them doing those two extremely contrasting things. So in conclusion, this was actually a good, effective song. As I mentioned, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was good. It probably sounds like, oh, I'm not mustering up a huge amount of excitement for it, and I think a lot of that comes down to the fact that it really does sound like something that we've heard before from them. It doesn't sound like it's a bit different. Now, by the way, I know this is not a new song, so don't get me wrong. I know it goes back a little bit, this one. But at the same time, it feels like them being them, and that is for better or for worse, depending on your own subjective opinion. As someone who's actually really come to enjoy their sound, really come to appreciate just the fact that they do construct guitar solos. I mean, I'm always complaining about guitar solos. I hate as a guitar solo just feels like some perfunctory thing that's thrown in, or something that feels like just an opportunity for the guitarist to have a little bit of a masturbatory glory on their fretboard. I really hate that kind of thing. It never really feels like that with Lovebites songs. It always feels like they're really crafted and they're really in keeping with the mood. And the fact that the whole band moves around underneath it and the bass work and everything covers that really helps it. And as mentioned, you always get a great vocal performance and with usually a very good chorus as well. So I can't help but feel that this might sound like I'm damning with faint praise. It might like sound like I'm just saying, well, it's all right. It's just them doing them. But that's a good thing in my opinion. I think they've really held the quality up, and the fact that they have singles like this, which are so great, even if they are of a certain sound, it should be held as a quality credit to them, the fact they managed to maintain such a high quality. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I would recommend it. I think it would be a good song for first time listeners. Very accessible song. Fun. Enjoyed it as always. They're not taking themselves too seriously. They're being nice and theatrical about it. Yeah, I really thought that just came off as being an effective use of the qualities that we're so used to hearing well executed from them. Anyway, those are my opinions. As always, get in the comments to what you think. And until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these, for now, ciao, ciao.